Hi everybody, my name is Haley Parks, and today I'm going to talk about how my learners can be supported by social media. Vicki Davis said it perfectly in her article on Edutopia. Social media is here. It's just another resource and doesn't have to be a distraction from learning objectives. Social media is another tool that you can use to make your classroom more engaging, relevant, and culturally diverse. Davis, 2014. How can my learners be supported by social media? Social media provides students with a familiar platform to share their work and have class discussions. On page 2 of License to Drive, License to Learn, Promoting Policy for Safe and Innovative Social Networking, Folgers states, many students use social networking tools as part of their everyday lives. This level of familiarity makes Facebook, Twitter, and other social networking tools convenient for teachers to adopt in the classroom because students understand this power and even the potential drawbacks. They can potentially do much of the innovating in terms of facilitating academic exchanges. Utilizing social media in the classroom also gives students access to endless information and resources. Students can connect with other students across the country and even throughout the world. Folger also states that teachers who use social networking tools do so because they offer their students a medium through which to meaningfully interact with each other as well as users beyond their classroom. In essence, these teachers expand the concept of classroom collaboration to include anyone with internet connectivity. Utilizing social media in lessons also allows students to ask questions about classwork and concepts and have them answered by their teachers and peers even when school isn't in session. Provides students with new and creative ways to complete assignments like posting videos and photographs and links on social media pages, and prepare students for a future in the workforce by helping them to become familiar with using social media platforms for professional reasons. The benefits. Benefits of using social media in the classroom. It teaches digital responsibility, provides students with an avenue to engage and connect with their teachers and classmates on another level, promotes cultural and social awareness by exposing them to different people from across the world, and it also improves literacy, communication, and reading skills. This is because students are often bored by reading and writing, but on social media and internet, they have plenty of information to read online, and they're more inclined to read, especially because these are often accompanied by eye-catching animations and videos. Online messages, comments, news articles, and books provide an endless list of information to be read, and students are motivated to devote their life and devote their time and put some extra efforts towards learning. Using social media in the classroom also provides many opportunities for distance learning, which is a big deal right now due to the pandemic. Many students will be given the opportunity to engage with each other socially since they can't do it in person. Parents and teachers can also monitor classwork in an accessible way just by logging on to a class Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter page, typing in a hashtag or friending the class group, and they're able to see all of the work and all of the posts that their students have been making. Some of my ideas for how I'll be utilizing social media in my classroom is by having my students join our class accounts and having them participate by posting daily and weekly. We'll do things like share classroom news with parents and showcase student work, create out-of-class study groups using specific hashtags, track student progress by posting pictures of students' work throughout the year, check student understanding by asking them to tweet or post about a subject in a short summary, encourage students to ask questions and post opinions about class content to start discussions, and provide students with hashtags that they can contribute and look up to connect with other students across the country and throughout the world. Here are some thoughts from real-life educators.
The Coliseum.
As a classroom teacher, I'm lucky to know what other grade levels are doing some of the time, much less what are, teachers in other schools doing. So what we do is connect through Twitter a lot. I think a lot of the ideas that I come back and share with kids I saw on Twitter.
Social media catches on in schools in the same way that it catches on in the bigger world, that it's kind of word of mouth. So you may have a teacher that does something at a faculty meeting on how they use Twitter, and the next thing you know, that teacher's sitting around with 5 or 6 other teachers who are saying, hey, how do I get on?
We formed a nice little tight group of people within Albemarle County that use Twitter, and so we pretty consistently will tweet each other directly to see what the other person is doing. So a hashtag that we use throughout the district would be ACPS. It's kind of a slow process at first. You kind of send these tweets out. You're really sending tweets to no one because you have like 10 followers or something. But then, you know, people start to pay attention, and luckily if you follow people that follow you that have a lot of followers, they will promote you to certain ways.
The Coliseum.
As a classroom
This is an artifact I created to provide an example of something that a student could post on a class Twitter page. This tweet is written by a student, and she's sharing a resource with her classmates. The student, Sarah, says, "Hey classmates, I found an article that analyzes the themes in To Kill a Mockingbird. It could be super helpful for our essay due next week. Check it out." Using social media in the classroom, this is a prime example of it. Students are able to share resources with each other, ask questions, and even post assignments. And it's all organized neatly on the class Twitter page or by using a hashtag. Thank you so much for listening, and I hope that I've encouraged you to utilize social media in your lessons.